Now, the Bajaj Pulsar N250 is currently the biggest capacity and most powerful naked Pulsar motorcycle that Bajaj have out in the country. And well, it offers good value for money for the 1.5 lakh rupees that Bajaj are asking for it. But it does come with its shortcomings. Now, the year is 2024 and Bajaj say they have addressed these shortcomings mostly to do with the features that this bike has to offer. And we are out here today to find out if that holds true. But before we get to that, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the Overdrive channel and do hit the like button once you're done with the video. Now on the visual front, the bike pretty much resembles the same as it did before, but then again you do have new decals on the bodywork, and of course you cannot miss that big upside down fork. Well, with this paint scheme it comes in the gold color. With the black motorcycle, it's painted all black.
Previously, a lot of people thought that the N250 looked a lot like the lower displacement N160 model with a short end can. And they really wouldn't be wrong because the pair of them, well, they have the same face and body panels. So, not a lot to visually separate the pair, and more importantly, not a lot to show off that you're riding the more powerful, higher displacement model. So, you could see the new upside down fork and the decals as Bajaj's way of addressing this particular issue. The area that Bajaj have addressed is the list of features that this bike was always found to be lacking. Now, while the N250's LCD display might look like it was borrowed straight out of the updated N160 Sparksman, well, this one comes with turn-by-turn navigation, in addition to Bluetooth connectivity. There's also switchable traction control on there now. Yes, a Pulsar with traction control. And 3 ABS ride modes, off-road, rain and off-road, which alter the levels of ride aid intervention. And they can also be switched off on the go. Moving on to the engine and performance aspects, well, Bajaj haven't made any changes to the existing setup, which is not necessarily something that all will see as a good thing.
Now, the 249cc single-cylinder engine makes the same amount of power and torque as before and comes mated to the same 5-speed gearbox. So, power is at around 24.5 PS of max power and 21.5 Nm of max torque. But it still is refined and very pleasant out in the city. It makes a nice mid-range punch, but it isn't as peppy as something like the KTM. It isn't as lively, you could say, but it still will keep you entertained in the city.
The motor throws a decent mid and top end punch, but it still feels like it's lacking that something, that bit of excitement, because when you think Pulsar, you think performance, and this is the most powerful Pulsar to date, but it still feels like it's somehow been toned down, a little soft, a little too comfortable, not like the teeth clench Pulsars of the past. But that's just if you're looking to ride hard and fast. Now, if you're going at it easy, you really won't find the brakes too soft or any problem with the performance front, because the bike feels tame and very tractable too. So as far as the traction control system is concerned, do you really need it on there? The answer is no. But it's a safety feature at the end of the day, so there'll definitely be some riders out there that will find it helpful. With the way this bike's suspension is tuned, this is still the most comfortable Pulsar you can get your hands on today.
Now, the riding position, like before, is very manageable in the city, not too committed, not too sporty, but long stints on the saddle shouldn't be a real task. And of course, the new suspension up front, well, the front end, it feels really nice and light, very manageable through traffic in the city.
An altered caster angle and the new fork up front make this bike's handlebar feel exceptionally light, allowing you to snake past slow or standstill traffic with ease. It's just that when you pick up the pace, that you will feel the front judder a bit, which can be a bit annoying on long highway stints. And that's a bit odd actually, because otherwise the front end feedback is good through corners and you can correct your line through the corner at a decent clip quite well with the slightly broader section rear tire. So overall, has Bajaj managed to make the Pulsar N250 more appealing than before? For sure they have. It looks slightly better than before, and you certainly get a lot more bang for your buck in terms of features. It's definitely an improvement over the older model, but for some reason, according to me, it's still not quite what you would expect from a bike that brandishes the Pulsar badge.
Now, the updated Pulsar N250 will set you back by 1,51,000 rupees, which makes it around, 1,500 rupees more expensive than the earlier model. And that's not a lot considering what all Bajaj has thrown into this bike in terms of the Bluetooth connectivity for the dash, well, the ABS, the traction control. It all makes a lot of sense. And well, it does make this motorcycle a more complete package. So, well, Bajaj have held true to their word. So, if you're in the market for a quarter-liter motorcycle that's not too sporty, it has a decent amount of power, very comfortable, and good to manage in the city, this one makes a lot of sense. It makes more sense than it did before, in fact.